would see him accompany his mother to the town center to buy groceries or sitting in the front yard playing his Switch, pretending to laugh at all his dad jokes. Steph wasn't a bad person, and he definitely wasn't a victim to some sort of curse that apparently still had us in its grasp. It didn't make sense that he would just kill his parents like that. There was no motivation, no real reason for him to do that. Steph adored his mother and loved his father. The town media were radio silent except for one measly article in the newspaper. I figured nobody wanted to say what everyone was thinking, but it didn't make sense. This curse had allowed us to live for 17 years, and now it wanted to do something? And why would it lash out at parents, not kids? And why would it force the kid to kill their parents? There was one detail that jumped out of me instantly. It was Steph's 18th birthday. The exact day I knew this because he was talking about me and having a party at school. I mean, it's not rocket science, but the kid activities talked about having birthday parties on the same day. They planned brutally murdering their parents. I asked a lot of questions because nobody was making noise. I refused to believe Steph would willingly done something like this. Mom said that Daniel's case was too gruesome to tell me, so I did just digged it up myself. We're in a small town.
Finn Navoka is the son of the sheriff, so it cost me $20 and a promise to my brother to get my brother to introduce me to Finn Navoka to get into his father's office. It was very dark and daggering. I definitely felt like one of those TV detectives. The documents were still fresh in the top drawer under his desk, Daniel's. I picked up the folder, motioning to Finn to keep a lookout. He tossed me a pissed look and attempted to charm the receptionist into a conversation while I studied the autopsy notes. After skimming and reading them, I wished I could delete the information from my memory. Maria! I lifted my head, and the boy was making some very indistinct, worthy of Saturday morning cartoon. Are you crazy? Get out of there. Before I could answer, he pointed behind him, his eyes wide open. My dad's coming, he mouthed. Nodding, I stayed calm. Despite my dancing gut, I took several photos of the notes before swiftly leaving the room and closing the door behind me. It's not like Finn expressed any intention in what I was looking for, but he did sit with me on a bench in the middle of town square, a Starbucks latte balanced on his lap. So he leaned over, peeking at my phone, loudly slurping on his straw. What's the dictate? Did he kill them? I had a hard time answering without bringing up my meager breakfast. Yes, I said, staring at the photo on my screen. Mom was right. The autopsy notes were gruesome because there was barely any to perform on the autopsy. In my mind, Steph had maybe stabbed his parents, but in reality, he had ripped them apart. In the notes was a detailed description of the remains, which weren't much. A single torso and a head? That was it. Both victims were Sophia, 38, and Oliver, 39, Daniels. The image were black and white. I could barely see them, but they weren't leaving my mind. A single head and a torso? That's what was left of Steph's parents.